Hi all, welcome back. It's Fleur from Fleursbydesign today. We are doing another Inspiration Friday with Joy, and we are taking our inspiration from a fellow scrapbooker by the name of Ashley Horton, who also owns the cut shop, and she creates a lot of digital cut files. And if you go over to Scrapbook Nerd, they also have a lot of free cut files that she's done for them, and I am using one of the free cut files from Scrapbook Nerd, and this is in the summer cut file, and you can download it for free, and it's just a cute little kind of pinwheel image, and I'm going to back it with some of the lovely paper from the Maggie Holmes Bloom collection. I'm using that for this layout. So I'm going to go ahead and get started, and the first thing I'm going to do is take the cut file, which I have here, and I've cut it out from my silhouette, and what I've done is gone through the 6x6 paper pad, so you can see here, and I've cut out a bunch of the different colors and shapes. And the way I always do it when I'm making something like this is I mark on the back which one I've cut out from which. So you can see here I've got butterfly, so the butterfly paper is the one that I've cut out specifically to fit in that slot there. So that's what I do when I'm making it. I just cut it out so that it specifically fits in, and you can see here when I turn it over, I've cut it so that it fits perfectly in that spot. So that's how I do it when I'm doing these kind of ones where you have a lot of pieces to go inside. It just makes it easier to remember where the pieces go. I'm going to make 3 of these, and then I'm thinking too I might add some stitching, so we'll see how that goes, but I'll come back and show you what this one looks like when I have all the pattern paper behind it. So here's what the final result looks like. So I've just traced and then glued the pattern paper onto the back of the swirl, and then if any had excess were a little bit too big, I just trimmed them out. So I'm going to make 3 of these, and then like I said, I thought it looked kind of a little plain, so what I'm going to do, I think, is add some black stitching and just go along all the lines with some black embroidery thread. And I'll show you how I'm going to do that when I get back. Okay, now to actually sew the thread through the project, the first thing you're going to want to do is take your paper piercer or a pin or anything like that, and you're going to make the holes for the stitching. This will make it so much easier when you go through with your needle and thread. So all I'm doing is poking holes about maybe 1/4 of an inch just around the whole project, and you want to make sure, especially with paper, that you don't go too close to an edge, because the paper will easily rip when you're pulling your needle through. So you want to make sure that if you're near an edge, just to make your holes a little bit closer to this side than the edge, so that it's not going to rip through. And you're just going to go through and do that, and then you'll thread your needle with whatever, I'm using black for this one. And all you do is do a back stitch. So you go in through one hole, and like I said, the better the holes are, the easier it'll be, because I'm using a pretty big embroidery thread. So you're just going to go in through one hole and back through another hole. And this is just a simple back stitch, and you're going to do this through the whole project just to add a little bit of detail to this fun die cut. And just continue on with the whole thing, and it's super easy. It does take a little bit of time to get something like this done sometimes with the stitching, so what I usually do is put on the TV or something like that and just sit and watch TV while I'm stitching away. But that's all it is you're just going to keep stitching through and do the whole project just like that, and it's super easy, and it looks so nice when it's all done. A lot of nice detail with the threading. So I'm going to do 3 of these, and I will be back to show you how that looks when I'm done. So I am back, and I have finished my 3 die cut files with the black thread, so you can see how that looks. I think it turned out pretty cool. I like the way it really pops the colors with the black. And I'm doing this beautiful photo of my friend's daughter, Sophia. I took some grade 7 grad photos for her, and I'm using this wood background. This is also a Maggie Holmes paper. And then I have a 6x6 paper pad, the Bloom. I have some washi, some stickers. I have the chipboard, and I also have some tassels. So I'm going to layer some embellishments and some papers as well. But right now it's already starting to look pretty cool just the way it is. I think I'll add this camera, which is on this chipboard sheet because it's a photo, and I'm thinking I might add the word bloom, or I could add smile. I noticed when I got this I'm missing the N for sunshine, so I won't be able to use that, but I could also use maybe the moments right there, or even the love. So I'll go through and see which one looks better with, I'm thinking maybe the love might be cool, but I might use that bloom with the gold because I really like the gold sparkles on it. So I'm just going to pull out some embellishments and play around with some layering, and I'll be back to show you how I do that in just a sec. So I decided to take the 6x6 papers that I'd already cut up for these and kind of layer them behind the photo here. So I've got just kind of strips of the polka dot, a little bit of the yellow. I'm going to put one of the things there. I'm going to use the word bloom just below here, and then I'm just going to place the other two that I created in kind of a triangle. So I'll figure that out maybe like that. And then I was thinking I could even use this cute little banner. If I move this down a little bit, we could maybe add it to the top there like that. But we'll see about that. And then I was also thinking we could add some of these really cute tassels to, I was thinking of maybe attaching them to the center of each of these little swirly things, or maybe just one beside this bloom here, or hanging down maybe on this side. So I'd really like to add one of those, but for now I'm just going to glue down all my layers because I'm happy with how that looks, and I'll set my title down here, the bloom, and then I'll figure out where those are going to go, and then I'll add a few more embellishments. So I'll be back to show you how I do that in just a second. So here I am all done, and how I finished up this layout is I added the word bloom, and because I was using the word bloom I thought it would be appropriate to add the chipboard flowers to each of the little swirls. So I've added the chipboard flowers there, and then because this had gold in it, I really like working in triangles when I do scrapbooking, so I really wanted to add gold in 3 places. So I had the letters here, I found this cute little tag, and I just added the my favorite from the sticker set, and then I found these cute little gold stickers on the chipboard sheet and added the word heart there. So that kind of makes another triangle with the gold. And then because I had the black here and here, I wanted to add some black here, so I just picked a couple of the word stickers and added them there. And I think I'm going to call that done. So that is my layout for this Friday inspiration, and please go check out Joy's channel and see how she took inspiration from Ashley Horton and die cutting and stitching, and I really love her layout, so hopefully you go check her out. Thanks very much for stopping by. We'll see you next time.